So we're going through some crazy times with, we have riots, we have coronavirus. How to deal with it? Well, I can tell you what I'm doing. Um, so there's a really great Ramana Maharshi quote. Um, I'll paraphrase it. Um, if you are a sinner, then it's not useful to say, "Oh, I am a sinner." Instead, if the sinner were to renounce the thought that they are a sinner and focus entirely on the inquiry into the self, they would surely be reformed. Now that's just about being a sinner. And I love the quote for that purpose because I am a sinner. Right? But it goes way further than that. It can be applied to anything. If you are afraid about the state of the world or the state of your pocketbook or the state of your career, anything, it's not probably not useful for you mentally on your own experience. We're not going to get into metaphysical speculation. We're not going to get into Kantian ethics. We're going to just talk about you. So instead of having those negative thoughts, I'm sorry, you're allowed to have those negative thoughts. But if at the same time you are focused deeply on the inquiry into the self, who you are, waking up, meditation, then you will be at peace. Now, if you just look at your life, I don't know if you need a proof for this, but your highest goal is peace. Um, Aristotle did a great proof of this. I believe it was Aristotle. And basically, it goes like this: anything that you want because of the state of peace that it will give you. So if you want money, what you really want is what that money will give you, which is peace. So you keep playing it forward. What do you want in the world? I want stability. Why? Well, if I was stable, then I wouldn't be worried all the time. What would that do for you? If I wasn't worried all the time, I'd be at peace. What else do you want? Health. Why do you want health? Because if I was healthy, then I wouldn't feel like crap all the time. What would that do for you? Then I would be at peace. Everyone knows what this peace is. It's the feeling of well-being. It's literally a lack of stress, a lack of pain. Right? It's an end of suffering. That's what you want. If you don't think that that's what you want, reason out, go step by step. What do I want? Why do I want that? Now, where this can get tough is what I want is justice for the world. What will that do for you? What will getting justice for the world do for you in your honest experience? Well, if the world was more just, I would feel more safe, or I would feel as if I had done my part. And then if you were safe and you felt that you had done your part, what would that do for you? I would be at peace. It all comes back down to a simple state of calm awareness where you have no problems. So, in these crazy times of turmoil, my suggestion is that while you feel stressed and while you think about protests and destruction and global issues, focus deeply on this inquiry into the self. You don't have to make a choice between the two. It doesn't need to be full-time. It probably should be full-time, but it should not prevent you from doing everything else and living a totally normal life. Now that's for a different video, how that inquiry works. But what I can say is that spirituality exists for a reason, because life is suffering, because what we really want is peace. So I guess what I'm trying to explain to you is go towards peace even while entertaining a thought of conflict. Now, it's easier if you just renounce the thought of conflict, but what I can tell you is that I don't renounce all negative thoughts personally. I let them come, I play with them, I entertain them, and then I get back to my real study, my real goal, which is peace, the direct pursuit of peace. Meditation, spirituality, whatever. So, eventually, it becomes easier to focus entirely on peace. It becomes so large of a thing in your life that there's less and less room for these other thoughts. But that doesn't mean, and when I say thought, you'll still have thoughts, but there's less room for the ones that are truly what's the word? Messy. The thoughts become a lot more even So focus on peace, focus on your personal peace and your personal experience. And then do what you have to do in the world, fight for what you have to fight for. But never stop fighting for your peace. Nothing is worth giving up your pursuit of peace.